Hey everyone, welcome back to another video, and today we have a very special video for the PS Vita homebrew community, and we finally have the Dreamcast emulator for the PS Vita. It's called FlyCast, and right now I'm running Capcom Marvel vs. Capcom 2, a very popular game that everyone wants ported over to the PS Vita. It's a wonderful game. It has a lot of great characters. It's one of the best fighting games I've ever played when I was growing up, and it's very nostalgic. So to have this on my PS Vita is so much fun, and I wanted to run home to get this video done. But this emulator requires a little bit of work. We have to install several applications for this to properly function on the PS Vita, and one of those applications is RetroArch. And I'm sure that most of you know what RetroArch is, or RetroArch, and it's basically an application that allows us to play all these different emulators using their different cores. And we're going to be using the FlyCast core through RetroArch in order for us to play our Dreamcast games. And we also need a, what's this called again? We need the libshack CC or libshack CG. Is that 3 C's? Yeah, that's 3 C's. So we need the libshack CCG.suprx, and that is a shader compiler. So we need a shader compiler for FlyCast, and we need a PSM runtime of 2.01. and with that PSM runtime we go through another application called SharkFood to compile those files, and we get a new file which is the shader compiler that we need. I know it's a lot of different things, but I'll try to be as simple as possible in this video so it's not a headache for you and it's easy to install. So let's get started. If you guys are interested in picking up this really cool acrylic stand, I'll have a link to Rose Colored Gaming in the description down below, and using my link you will save 15% off, so go check them out. They have all sorts of cool stands for game consoles, game controllers, and game cartridges. So first thing we're going to do is install RetroArch. If you don't have this, I'll have a link to that VPK in the description down below. And when you open up RetroArch, you do need to update the assets, and it's just more files to add to RetroArch so it can run properly, and I'll show you here in just a second. You obviously have to be connected to the internet in order for you to download this stuff. When you first start RetroArch, it's going to be a different UI that you see here, and if you want something like I have, just go under drivers and go under, let's see here, menu, and you can change that to, I think it's on Ozone, but change it to XMB. It's just more simpler to understand what's going on. It's like the PS3 XMB or the PSP XMB. Now for updating the assets, you want to go under main menu and go to the online updater, and you want to select update assets, and this will take some time, so just let it do its thing, and once it's done just restart RetroArch and it should be working properly. Next we need the PSM runtime, and we can check that in settings here. So let's go to our settings and go to your system here, go to the PlayStation Mobile, and your runtime must be at 2.01, and it's very easy to get this updated. If you don't even have it, you'll have to download PKGj. In order for us to even get started with PSM runtime, you have to have PKGj properly installed. If you don't have this application, or you have a hard time understanding how this whole process is done with installing PKGj, I have a full video on how to install it with all the different plugins that you need for this to work properly. If you already have PKGj fully installed and it's working just fine for you, what we have to do is update that PSM to 2.01, and that's very easy. All we have to do is go to the triangle button and go to PSM games, and what you want to do is download one of these games. I just downloaded this 9.59 megabyte game and it worked just fine. I'll have a shot of how that all worked out. So once the game is fully installed on your Vita, you go and run that game, and you're gonna get a window pop up saying, hey, you need to update PSM runtime, and it will automatically start downloading. And once it's done finished and you go into your notifications to see that it's waiting to be installed, just run the game one more time and it will install right away for you. Then go back to your settings, go under System and under PlayStation Mobile, and you should see your runtime package at 2.01. Now that we have the runtime at 2.01, we now have to download another application called Shark Food. Here it is, and you can download all of these applications through the Homebrew browser if you don't already have that. So here is Vita Homebrew browser, and you can find Shark Food under Utilities. There it is. I wouldn't use the search because for some reason it crashes the application, so I would avoid that. So there's Shark Food. At this point, if your runtime is already updated to 2.01 and you have RetroArch fully installed working, then go ahead and download the FlyCast Vita emulator. Now your runtime is at 2.01, you have Shark Food ready to go, RetroArch is fully installed correctly. Now we have to run Shark Food, and this will do all the work for you. So all you have to do is just run it, and you should see a process finished, or the application will just close on its own like it did there. And you can check to see if it did get that file for you. So go to Vita Shell, and this is the shader compiler that we need for FlyCast. So under your UXO folder, it's under the URO folder. Go to URO, and then under data you should see the lib shackccg.suprx, and it's 3.25 megabytes. Now that we have everything ready to go for FlyCast, we have to go back into RetroArch, and under video we have to change the output setting. There it is. And your video should be set to Vita 2D by default, and what we want to do is change it to GL1. There we go. And now we can exit out of here. Let's run FlyCast. And it should open up RetroArch for you. At the bottom left hand corner you will see 1.9.0-FlyCast, so it's ready to go. Now we have to load a game to the core, and just have one of your games already installed, pre-installed on your system. I have mine's under UXO, and under my ROMs folder I have two different Dreamcast games, and they have to end at .cdi. I tried some other files and it wasn't working. So the .cdi works for me, no problem. And you just select your game and the FlyCast option will show up, so just press select and it should run, no problem. There it is, Sega, produced by or licensed, or I'm sorry, by or under license. And now we're going to do some Marvel vs. Capcom 2 gameplay. I'm so excited. Awesome. If you guys want a full breakdown of this tutorial, I can do that with my other PS Vita, the 2000 model, and just go through that entire process slowly, carefully, and maybe I'll do that for next week. But yeah, let's go into option mode. I was getting my ass handed to here, so I'm gonna change that difficulty to 1, and there we go. But please keep in mind that this is version 0.1, and there's gonna be a lot of performance issues here and there. But for the most part, I was playing Marvel vs. Capcom an hour ago and it was running just fine. But my battery started dying, so that was unfortunate. Here's one of the weirdest glitches, that when you select a character, you have like this pirate lady just sitting there. So she's the one who it's not the character that you're selecting, but it doesn't change to the proper character when you're trying to select like Psylocke. Like I just selected Psylocke, I'm gonna do projectile type, and then it's back to the pirate lady, but it doesn't change from there. I'll go with let's see here, Dr. Doom, and now I'm gonna go with Guile. Let's go with balance type, and let's go turbo. Very good. And one of the portraits on the opponent side wasn't working there, if you didn't notice, and it runs around 30 to 45 frames. Once I start eliminating my opponents, then it starts to pick up on the there it is. So this is a really great plugin. I'm gonna enable it. There's my frames, and you can see like the boxes or the characters have like these weird lines going across their bodies. Just a little bug there, but no big deal. Hopefully Renegade Monte will fix that, and I'm sure he will. And credits go to everyone who was involved in this project, which I'll have a link in the description below for you guys. And yeah, 30-40 frames, I mean, that's a start. I'm really happy just to have this game on here. I'm really stoked, and hopefully we can start creating like bubbles for these games on the main menu. I would love to see that Marvel vs. Capcom 2 artwork there. And another thing I notice with this game is that the audio is not working, so I'll have to figure that out somehow, but I really wanted to get this video out, and I guess the game just crashed there. That's a first. I made it to like 3 opponents before that happened. So let's see if we can restart that. But yeah, like I said guys, it's not perfect. It's still in the works. So that is FlyCast, the Dreamcast emulator for the PS Vita. How exciting. I thought we weren't going to see this until maybe mid-year, the summer, or maybe fall. And we already have it. Here it is, and now we're just going to be looking forward to the updates of the emulator. And thanks to Renegade Monte and everyone who was involved in this project. You guys rock. You guys are awesome. Thank you so much for being really awesome developers for the PS Vita community. And it's just so much fun to see so much development coming within the last year. It's crazy. And now we're seeing the Vice City port coming here very soon. There's talks about that all over, and I'm very excited, and hopefully we'll get that guide for you as soon as possible. And thank you guys so much for watching. I really do appreciate it, and I hope this video was some help to you. That way you can get it installed properly on your Vita. And there wasn't really much instructions. There was just like a little note at the bottom of the forum post here, which I was scratching my head, so I just read it I read it like 20 times before I got it, and I finally got it, and here we are. So yeah, if you enjoyed it, give it a thumbs up guys. Let me know in the comment section what you think. If you have any questions, comment down below. And if you haven't already subscribed, please subscribe to the channel and hit that notification bell so you don't miss videos like this in the future. Thank you so much for watching. Take care guys, and I'll see you on the next one.